Instead of asking, will this make people buy? They ask, will this make people stay? That single question transforms business decisions. Marketing becomes education instead of persuasion. Support becomes relationship building instead of problem solving. Product updates become retention strategies instead of feature lists. And once a company enters that mindset, growth becomes smoother, not explosive, sustainable. Because predictable revenue isn't about getting rich quickly. It's about removing the chaos that destroys businesses. And customers feel that stability too. They notice when a company invests in better experiences. They notice when communication improves. They notice when the service becomes easier, faster, more reliable. That reinforcement loop is what makes subscriptions powerful. Revenue funds improvements. Improvements strengthen loyalty. Loyalty stabilizes revenue. It's a cycle that feeds itself. This is why subscription models don't just work for tech companies anymore. They work for education, entertainment, services, fitness, software, communities, learning platforms, productivity tools, and even traditional industries adapting to digital behavior. Because modern customers value convenience more than ownership. Access beats possession, consistency beats novelty, and reliability beats occasional excitement. But here's the deeper insight most people overlook. Subscriptions don't succeed because of pricing. They succeed because of positioning. When a company positions itself as a long-term partner instead of a one-time seller, customers start viewing it differently. It stops feeling like a purchase. It starts feeling like a service they rely on. That perception shift is what turns casual users into loyal subscribers. And loyalty is where predictable revenue is born. Not from contracts, from perceived value. This is also why companies that copy subscription models without understanding customer psychology often fail. If the value isn't clear, customers cancel quickly. If the experience isn't smooth, churn rises. If communication feels automated and distant, trust erodes. Subscriptions magnify both strengths and weaknesses. They reward consistency. They punish neglect. That's why the smartest companies treat subscriptions as relationships, not billing structures. They study customer journeys. They refine experiences. They listen to feedback. They anticipate needs. Because the longer customers stay, the more stable the business becomes. And stability unlocks opportunities. It allows companies to experiment, innovate, expand, and improve without fearing sudden revenue collapse. This is why investors love subscription businesses. Not because they grow faster, because they grow predictably. Predictability reduces risk, and reduced risk attracts confidence. Confidence fuels expansion. Expansion increases reach, and reach strengthens brand authority. The cycle continues. But none of it starts with revenue. It starts with value delivered repeatedly. And that's the real lesson behind subscription success. Not pricing models, not payment schedules, not marketing funnels. Value that keeps proving itself over time. If customers feel that value consistently, subscriptions feel natural. If they don't, subscriptions feel like obligations. And no business survives long when customers feel trapped instead of supported. That's why the future of business isn't about selling more things. It's about building systems customers choose to stay inside. Systems that reduce effort, provide clarity, and deliver dependable results. When companies achieve that, they stop worrying about the next sale, because the next month is already secured. And when revenue becomes predictable, growth becomes intentional instead of accidental. So the real question isn't whether subscription models worked. It's whether companies understand what makes them work. Because the model itself isn't magic. The consistency behind it is. If this insight helped you see business from a completely new perspective, make sure you stay connected to this channel. Because the next video will break down how companies design customer experiences that quietly turn first-time buyers into long-term loyal subscribers without aggressive marketing. And once you understand that system, you'll start noticing it everywhere. Because the most powerful business strategies aren't the loudest ones. They're the ones customers don't even realize are guiding their decisions. You ever notice how some companies seem calm no matter what the economy is doing, while others panic, slash prices, run desperate ads, and pray customers come back? These companies just keep growing quietly in the background. Their revenue doesn't spike and crash. It flows, predictably, month after month. The real question isn't how they sell more. The real question is why their customers never leave. Because once you understand that, you start seeing a hidden system running behind the world's most successful businesses, a system built on predictability, trust, and long-term loyalty. And the moment you understand it, you'll never look at modern business the same way again. Most people think success in business comes from selling a great product, but great products fail every day. Stores with amazing items close. Brilliant apps disappear. Smart founders run out of cash. Not because people didn't like what they offered, because they couldn't predict what would happen next month. Uncertainty is what kills businesses. Not competition, not marketing, not even pricing. Uncertainty. Imagine running a company where you don't know if next month's revenue will be high or dangerously low. You hire cautiously. You delay improvements. You hesitate to invest in better customer experiences. Growth becomes risky. Now imagine the opposite. Imagine waking up on the first day of the month already knowing a large portion of your revenue is guaranteed. That changes everything. That confidence allows companies to hire better people, improve products faster, invest in customer support, and build long-term relationships instead of chasing one-time transactions. This is why smart companies aren't just selling products anymore. They're building subscription ecosystems. At first glance, subscription models look simple. Pay monthly, get access, continue, or cancel. But beneath that simplicity is one of the most powerful psychological shifts in modern commerce. Instead of convincing customers to buy again and again, companies shift focus to keeping customers happy once. Retention replaces persuasion, and retention is where real growth happens. Because when customers stay, companies stop fighting for survival and start building momentum. Think about how behavior changes when payments become automatic. Customers stop making repeated purchase decisions. The relationship becomes continuous. Value becomes ongoing. The brand becomes part of daily life. This is why subscriptions quietly reshape industries. They turn transactions into relationships, and relationships are where loyalty lives. Loyal customers don't just buy more. They complain less. They refer friends. They stay longer. They trust updates. They try new features. They forgive small mistakes. One loyal subscriber can be worth more than 10 one-time buyers. And once businesses understand this math, they stop chasing volume and start building lifetime value. But here's the surprising part most people miss. Subscription success isn't really about recurring payments. It's about reducing customer anxiety. People subscribe when they feel confident something will consistently deliver value. They stay subscribed when that confidence grows stronger over time. Predictability for the company comes from predictability for the customer. If customers know what they'll get, when they'll get it, and why it matters, they stop questioning the payment. That's the invisible engine behind recurring revenue. Not pricing, not billing cycles, trust. And trust is built through consistency. Consistency in experience. Consistency in communication. Consistency in delivering what was promised. This is why the strongest subscription businesses don't rely on tricks. They rely on reliability. Because once customers see you as dependable, leaving feels inconvenient. Not emotionally dramatic, just unnecessary. And that quiet stability is what companies chase when they adopt subscription models. They're not just trying to make more money. They're trying to remove volatility. Volatility forces companies into short-term thinking. Predictable revenue enables long-term strategy. That's why subscription companies invest heavily in onboarding. The first experience matters more than the sale itself. Because the real sale isn't the first payment. The real sale is the second month, and the third, and the 12th. Each renewal is a silent vote of confidence. Each continued subscription means the business delivered enough value to stay part of the customer's life. When companies understand this, they stop designing products for immediate excitement and start designing them for sustained usefulness. The shift is subtle but powerful.